review, and it is on none other than Divergent. That's right, I just got back watching the premiere of Divergent, and I am so pumped for this review because the movie was amazing. I just have to do a little disclaimer. Don't watch this video if you haven't seen the movie, because I will be giving spoilers out towards the end, and you do not want me to spoil them for you. Trust me. And you can't see this whole outfit, but I am wearing my Dauntless uniform, my Dauntless clothes. I will put a photo at the end of this video so you can see me that my friend took of me at the movie theater. So let's get into it. So the movie started off good. I was a little bit surprised. It started off with dialogue, voiceover of Beatrice, and it just went through all the factions, what they do, what they are, and their names, like Candor, Erudite, Dauntless, Avocation, Amity. If you read the books, you know what the different factions mean and why they are what they are. And it went to the first real scene that we have, Trish's mom cutting her hair, you know, saying, "Are you nervous?" And they go choosing the choosing ceremony, and yeah, I would say that where she got her hair cut and before the choosing ceremony aptitude test, it was pretty, you know, the movie was pretty to the book. I loved it. I just think that they shortened some scenes that really shouldn't have been shortened. I'm not going to go into them yet because I'm not going to give spoilers, but it was very good. You know, the characters, you love some of them and you hate some of them. And let me just say, it was a very loud theater tonight. Very loud. And I love when I go to movies and the audience gets, you know, pumped and amped up and like interacts with the movie, which it definitely was tonight. And yeah, it was pretty to the book. It goes from there to the choosing ceremony, and it was what I thought it would be. The faces of Beatrice's family towards the end of the choosing ceremony, when they both choose their new faction, was priceless. Just her dad and her mom. And I'll just say it is action-packed, this movie. It is action-packed. The scene where they go off the train and down to the Dauntless compound, my heart was beating out of my chest. Even though if you've read the book, you know what these scenes are and what's gonna happen in them. Same in a movie. And, you know, with the music and getting all pumped up, I would say my heart was beating 100 miles a minute throughout this entire movie, and I loved that. You know, Dauntless compound was as I imagined it would be. Definitely, you know, decrepit, scary, you know, really, I just say decrepit and crumbling. It was definitely what I imagined Dauntless headquarters would be in the book. So, and you know, I know I said in my reaction video to the trailer of Divergent that the trailer was too much to the book. It wasn't. Some scenes I could say that that's exactly how it happened and I pictured in the book. Some scenes shocked me. You know, there were some sad scenes, and if you saw the movie, you know which ones I'm talking about. I was crying. When Trish's mom dies, I was bawling when they pulled Al up of the water after he supposedly killed himself. I'm going to put that in quotation marks as we don't actually know what happens. I was crying. People around me were crying. My best friend was crying. And, you know, it really pulled at your heartstrings. And going back to the characters, Trish was, as I like, you know, a really strong, determined protagonist, which is what I wanted. Stanley Woodley did amazing in this role, and I'm really happy. Theo James, 4, yeah, he was what I thought. You know, he's rough. On the surface, he's rough and tough. On the inside, he's a sweetheart. I would just say a sweetheart. Christine, I thought she could have been a little bit more buff in this movie. That's just my, me. Will was good, I think he could have been a little bit more buffed up. Al was, okay, he didn't have a huge part in the role, but, he was good. He sucked after he died. Eric. I know in the book I said I hated this guy, but I loved his character in the movie. Even though he was, a guy you were supposed to hate. And he did excellent. He is exactly what I pictured in the book. Janine, a jerk. She was a jerk. She was good, she played the perfect villain, which I was afraid about, because seeing her in Titanic and all these other movies playing a sweet, nice girl, she played a good, badass villain. I have to give her creds for that. And, Triss's parents did good, and Caleb did good, and I just have to talk about the one character that I absolutely hated in the book, and it is Peter. I hated Peter throughout this entire movie, which you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to like him. I hated him. I was saying all his lines in the movie, and I was making people annoyed because they're like, shut the F up, I'm trying to watch the movie. But if you're a true diehard Divergent fan and you know the quotes in the movie, you're going to say them anyway. So, sorry people. Peter was, a badass. He was a jerk. And I just have to go into spoilers now, because as probably everybody, you just need to get them out and say them, because the spoilers, I think, in the movie were better than the book. So I hope, everyone's going to go see this movie, so I guess the synopsis isn't that good. I loved it. There were some scenes, as I said, that were a little bit too short for my liking, but an ending I loved. They escape the Erudite Dauntless headquarters, and they go to the Amity, and they're all mushy with Triss and Tobias, and I loved it. So I'm going to spoilers. If you haven't seen it, turn it off now. Let's just say, as I said from the beginning, Peter, I hated his guts. I think that he knew she was Divergent all along, and when, I'm pretty sure it was him and Al who attacked her after she got back from seeing her brother. I'm pretty sure it was him. And yeah, Al turning up in the water when he supposedly killed himself, we all know he was pushed. I was, could depict that part from the book exactly. I wasn't really shocked. And, that was the first, thing I could think of that Tobias really showed his careness for Trish, which I loved. Eric in this movie was good, he was a badass, and I was screaming when they were doing the capture the flag thing near the Ferris wheel, when Tobias and Eric were going at it, with the guns, and Trish turns around and shoots him. I was screaming hallelujah, thanks, finally someone got their revenge on him. Janine was good. She was a jackass, and I hated her, and everybody did good in this movie. I don't want this to be a long video, because I don't want to spoil too much, because you need to go see Divergent, but I loved it, and I really hope that Veronica Roth is pushing out that money so Insurgent can come out, because I need to know what happens, even though I know what happens as I read the books. So that's my review of Divergent. I love the movie, and you need to go see it, and there's no excuse why you shouldn't go see it. So I will do a review on Allegiant soon and have that up. I just wanted to do this since I saw the movie and it's the premiere tonight, so I hope you liked it.